microdose, yeah. Microdose, 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 dose. Microdose, microdose, dose. Microdose, microdose, dose.
What's good, y'all? Kush Hayes here, coming to you with the newest edition of the Microdose. Schedules are such a bitch. We had a guest, then we didn't have a guest, but we do have a guest. Old friend of the family, Mike Fish, is back, and we're coming up on one of my favoriteest times of the year. I know I say that all the time, but the Academy Awards is right upon the horizon. We're going to get the actual nominees next week, and funniest man in the room, Drew Angelman, will be by on that microdose to talk about it. But like I said, Mr. Mike Fish is here today. What's good, Mike? How you doing?
I'm well. How dare you, before you even introduced me to the show, suggest that someone else is funnier? That's just rude.
I mean, he's funnier than me. Like, sorry, bro. It's
the funniest guy in the room. He's not even in the room.
Well, when he is in the room, but when he's not, you can be the funniest guy in the room. How about that?
Appreciate it.
All right. Well, dude, like I said, Academy Awards is coming up, and yeah, I had a guest, and then I didn't have a guest, and then you're like, well, if you're gonna just re-release an episode, why don't you like do a riff tracks thing? You just said that on the Waffle Box this previous Wednesday, and I was like, dude, that's a really good fucking idea. You want to be a part of it? And you said yes. I think you're gonna regret that, but you said yes anyways, buddy. So I dug up an episode. This is actually Kush and Kai Microdose number 11. It released January 23rd, 2018. And much like what I just mentioned, we got the official list of the Academy Award nominations for the 90th Oscars. We surprisingly didn't see a lot on this list, but we had 6 weeks to catch up. We would catch up. We would do another episode after that. We won't be covering that this week, but maybe another time. However, yeah, Mike, you may have noticed this was, like I said, one of our earlier episodes, so the audio is shit.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Oh, well, then maybe I'm the toughest critic in the room, and I'm okay with that too.
So
but for those
people in the room,
for those agreeing with me, here's what's going on. The microdose used to be our little warm up for the old Kush and Kai episodes. We'd just hit the record button, bullshit about whatever was on our mind. In this case, the Academy Awards, and we would do it about 15-20 minutes. This one we go about 26 minutes, I believe. I don't recall if we were testing out Zoom at this point. We were one of the first early adopters of Zoom before it was cool. Or if we did this in person, as we would do at a Studio 1330 in Oakland, California. And Mike, we would have the weirdest things, dude. Him and I wouldn't be like 6 feet away from each other, and it would sound like we're on the other side of the moon. But when we were on Zoom, perfect, except for when my internet was acting up. So, not sure which one of those situations it was, but dude, let's you got anything you want to add to this before we push play?
Well, I guess try to bring everyone. So what we're doing, I guess, is we're going to listen back to the entire episode. I may pause it from time to time if I have, some extended thoughts.
Okay.
But yeah, pretty much we're just going to be listening to Kush and Kai's 2018 Oscar predictions, and I'm going to use the power of hindsight to tear them apart. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Well, so before you push play, I'm going to do this little timestamp gimmick, and after you push play.
I like the professional intro, though.
Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to Kush and Kai.
Yeah.
I'm Kai.
I was trying to get that done,
Rock on, Kush. We
are
here to talk
everything sounds
Oscar
tinny right now, so I think we're actually in an office.
Are you excited?
In Studio
I am actually
1330.
kind of excited. I'm normally don't
What?
give two shits about this ceremony, but
That's good.
I've
I was
seen
like
a
that.
good chunk of
Introduce
these
the episode.
movies
Hey, we can
this
talk about the
year.
Oscars. By the way, I don't
Movie
care about the
Pass.
Oscars.
Movie pass.
And I
said I
got
Get the
usually
listener
don't
involved.
just
Get
don't know
the-
what is available.
That's exciting because I always wish that I would style myself as someone that could have an independent opinion of most of these films. And this year again, I've mostly failed.
You can't have independent opinions
I
on
want to
these.
use maybe
This is the Oscars,
the
baby.
parent card.
It still is a problem
just
with trying to
the,
predict an Oscar. You
get
can't
out of
just
the
go with
house at
what's my
7
favorite. You have to go like,
p.m.,
what?
you know,
What are they probably
after
going
a
to
job
pick?
thing.
Yeah.
I don't have any.
And that was the
I'm
hardest
terrible
part about
with
this
that. But,
episode is,
Kush,
we had only seen like
you've,
3 of
you've
these
seen them all.
movies.
You're rocking your movie pass.
Unfortunately, I haven't
Movie
seen them all, but I've
pass.
seen quite a bit.
How many of the Oscar nominated films have you seen?
With the movie pass, I've seen 5. Without it,
Brilliant.
I want to say, and I'm talking about the entire ceremony, I think maybe 10, 11.
Wow, that is a solid haul. I've seen a good number of them, but anywho, let's jump right
good.
in, ladies
Jump
and
right
gentlemen.
in.
Let the audience know, hey,
Kush
we're
and
going to be picking
myself
Oscars
have
for
made
movies we haven't
Oscar
seen.
picks for all for some
You
of
should
the
just
top
lie.
categories.
Just say, yeah, I've
There's
seen
a
them all.
bunch. We didn't do them all.
Wow.
Just some of the ones.
No one
we had
likes a liar.
some opinions about. So, without
Only a lie if
further
you get caught
ado,
out.
Kush, would you like to lead us off with our best with the best picture category? What
Yeah, I
did
don't
you
know why
think
we started off with
was
best
going-
picture. Like, you want to build up. I
Yeah,
don't.
let's
It's the
start
main
with
event.
The top one, the
Yeah,
best picture. So we got
he was
9
always doing that.
categories out of the possible 10.
Mhm.
Not surprised to not see Coco on there. They're finally using their head about that.
I dig.
I can only tell you of the 9 up
I always, well, I pause it there. Sorry, but I always, whenever I listen to an old Microdose or Kush and Kai, for some, you know, when you have that picture in your head, you see someone's picture, and your brain's like, this is how they sound, and then you hear them, you're like, that's not anywhere close to what I thought it was going to sound like.
I don't for Kai.
Oh, for Kai.
Okay, dude.
I mean, I've been speaking with you for so long, I can't even imagine what your voice would sound like other than the wonderful tone that pops out your mouth every Wednesday.
Gracias.
here. 3 of them I've seen are The Post, The Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards, Ebbing, Missouri.
That was always a
I'm
terrible
gonna see
title. Whoever came up with that.
tomorrow. I guess Get Out
3
is now on
billboards out,
HBO.
Ebbing, Missouri.
Yeah.
Take a
I think I'm
left.
just gonna avoid Lady
next to the
Bird.
library.
I'm just not a
They-
16-year-old
yeah.
girl, but
I
I could be
dig.
wrong.
I dig. I hear a lot of. I mean,
Still a better title than
for
Plane.
the target. Going raving for that one. That one's lighting up some critics lists.
Lady Bird is very popular. Phantom Thread, don't count that out because that's going to be Daniel Day-Lewis's last movie.
I know so.
I think
little about this
he
one.
got ignored on everything.
Yeah,
that movie was garbage too.
A tailor, a seamster.
Taylor, thank you.
Yeah.
And
I guess there's
his
two
image is he
thought processes.
sows
Go
little
out, leaving them
messages
wanting
into
more,
the
or
suits
go
and
out.
doesn't tell shit about it.
Well,
I'm
good stuff.
thankful that's your
Alright,
last
so
movie.
What do you
Well,
think out of this left
I mean,
field is gonna?
The more refined people
going
probably
Shape of
think it was a
Water.
great
It's
movie.
a
I was just like,
beautiful
this is
fairy tale,
bullshit.
Guillermo del Toro.
This guy's just an asshole.
But
It's nothing
everything
special
he's done,
here.
I love.
I feel like they could.
Guillermo del
reward
Toro,
him
yeah,
with
Shape of
a,
Water. Shape of Water
Best
would
Picture
win.
for that. Would probably mean a lot to
Spoiler
him. And he hasn't won. I think he's been nominated before. He hasn't won. So
Last time he was nominated was Pan's Labyrinth, I want to say.
Yeah. I have 3 billboards. 3 billboards.
Oh, dear.
In Missouri for Best Picture.
Starting
And I
off
think
weak there, Kai.
on the strength of that fantastic cast. I haven't seen it, but
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but
He hasn't- I haven't seen it.
He called a
But he's
shot.
definitely going to win the Best Picture.
I mean, it was a close race that year, dude. People were like,
all sorts of
people
great
loved
stuff. I
that
think
fucking
might be
movie, and I was
leaning
like,
more towards
this-
a Best Picture
it's not a good
than
movie.
maybe
I mean, it's
some
not
of
a
the
bad
individual
movie,
awards
but
for them.
it's not
yeah,
not The Shape of
I feel
Water.
that one to surprise us there.
I like the 3 billboards like everyone else. However, I don't think it's the best movie. It's a great collection of scenes.
I mean, even going
It's
into
got great actors,
the way,
great
just the
characters,
way the Shape of Water
shitty
looked,
characters as
and it was kind of
well,
this
that
weird
they play them so great, you
quasi-romantic
just love
story.
hating them.
Mhm.
It was obviously
Um,
going to win.
I don't think it's a full story.
Well, I don't think it was obvious. It was still about a woman fucking a fish.
Walking out of it.
But
Yeah.
At one point, I made an audible. Just what?
There you go. And this definitely holds to
I mean,
what you were saying about
Little Mermaid was pretty
for The
successful.
Shape of Water and compared
It's
for
role reverse.
Not a
story
foot, not a
executing
fish
plot here
during that movie.
Gosh,
True.
looking at the rest of the field, yeah, I mean, there's some strong standouts, but I can't really see them going for. I mean, Phantom Thread.
this is
if
the first time
they're
I've been
gonna-
hearing
are
of a
they gonna-
movie
are
called
they gonna
Phantom
reward
Thread.
Daniel Day
Yeah.
with another acting.
It was
Yeah, you know
about
what I mean? Like,
a
isn't this
tailor.
More his.
He's an
thing?
asshole,
If they-
very
if they're gonna-
superficial.
If they're going to stand up,
Ends
Anyway,
up falling in
on
love
the
with
Best
his
Director
assistant.
category,
She eventually gets tired of his bullshit
up
and just starts
for
poisoning him.
nomination,
Then-
Christopher Nolan for Dunkirk,
then
Get
resuscitating,
Out,
bringing him back
Greta
to
Gerwig,
life,
Lady
like
Bird,
healing
Paul
him,
Thomas
giving him the
Anderson,
antidote, and he's
Fred,
like,
and
"Oh,
Guillermo
thank you, sweetheart, thank you." And then
del Toro,
finds
The
out
Shape
she's
of
been
Water.
poisoning him. He's like,
I
"I love when you
think they're
poison
going
me,"
to
and then
award
that's just the
Guillermo.
relationship from
They're
then
gonna.
on out. And
This
it's
is
like,
this is right down.
what?
I
Fuck
agree
you.
100%. Like I'm in love with
Is
every.
the happy ending that he murders her?
I wanted to see every.
The
time I
happy
saw
ending
the
is
he
that
poisons
she
her?
continues to
Normally it was in a
attempted
dark
murder
theater, and so I
him.
just would get annoyed because you can't
Oh.
see what's going on. But
Yeah.
Interesting.
you're in the right
Yeah,
theater,
yeah, yeah.
and you're.
I'm
following
shocked
the
it didn't
story,
win.
Like,
He's
Best
down.
Picture.
It's a very.
Guillermo del
It
Toro's
turns into an S and
painting
M
a
thing because,
picture,
like,
and
she
it's
is causing him
beautiful. I
harm.
loved
She
it.
is poisoning
That's
him.
wonderful.
But then she's nursing him back to health, and he's like,
another film I have not
"I've never
seen.
felt
Yes,
love like this
mistress.
before."
Wall-to-wall
Hey,
trailer.
May I have some more?
Painting with the
Kind
language of love in film.
Mhm.
A woman who cannot speak falls in love with a swamp creature.
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Creature from the
They
Black-
pulled him out of the Amazon.
Just the one question. I think I've asked this in a previous mini, possibly.
Break it down.
Did the creature have genitals?
Not that we see, but yes.
It's an important question,
Okay.
to be fair.
Maybe. but
It
yeah.
comes up in the
Oh,
movie
genitals.
too.
No,
She's
no,
like,
no,
"So
no.
what's his
They-
dick
it
like?"
gets-
And he's like,
gets brought
"It
up.
pops
Yeah,
out." Like,
Bring
Oh.
it down.
you don't see it, but
Again,
like
and you
that's
know
what
why?
she
This is an
describes. And you're like,
endorsement of both of
"Wow."
our choosing Guillermo del
Fascinating.
Toro. I haven't even seen the movie. I'm talking about the movie.
Do you reckon it's like one of those-
and details? So very well there.
Like
Shape of
clown
Water is still currently playing
handkerchiefs.
at my local
But it just keeps
Triple Mart.
I think it's
coming
more like
out,
the-
coming out, coming out. Oh my
Star
god,
Wars
it's
left
huge.
2 weeks ago.
I think it's more like a dog's red
one
rocket.
came out a lot longer ago
Oh.
too, and it's
Like
still
it's stored in the
drawing
body and then it
Oh,
pops
boy.
out.
All right. Do you want to jump into the best actor?
Oh, we're moving on to the.
Best lead actor category.
lead actor. The only one of these I've seen was Denzel Washington for Roman J. Israel Esquire. We also got Gary,
Which was an
Oldman
okay
for
movie.
Oscar, and he's cleaning up at all the
I love
other
that you said the
ceremonies.
only movie
Yeah.
I've seen
Daniel Kaluuya,
does
for
Denzel
Get
Washington.
Daniel
So
Day-Lewis,
I'm not
Phantom
gonna give him the
Thread,
award.
And Timothy Chalamet for Call Me by Your Name.
Do you
Because it
remember
wasn't
who
a
you
great
picked?
performance.
Have you
It was
seen
only
any of these?
Yes.
Listening back, do you
Don't
remember
Forget
what your
Out,
picks were?
Okay.
And that would be it.
Okay. Well, Get Out I slept on.
No,
What
'cause
was
again,
it? Is that
eventually
just Nick, or-
Over the
Oh,
next
no,
6
for-
weeks,
for
I would
me,
catch up and I would see. I would
just
see as
seen
many
the
of these as I
wave
could.
Of Gary Oldman love,
I would
and
still
think
not
they're
see
gonna-
Lady
they're gonna
Bird.
land him an Oscar for this one.
And then I think
Yeah,
I missed one
I can see
other, but
that.
like I would
Yeah.
end up seeing
I
like The
think
Darkest Hour and
These folks
Dunkirk.
love Daniel
By the way,
Day-Lewis
it was
more
weird
than
year
they
that
love
those two
themselves, so I
movies
think he's
are
walking out with
unrelated
this
but
award
related
this
to the
year.
same
Yes,
story.
he is.
I really enjoyed Denzel's
You know, like it was a
performance
very
as
tight
the
year that year.
eccentric
Like that Best
Roman
Picture
J.
could have gone
Israel
anywhere,
Esquire,
but it wouldn't have gone to Roman J.
unfortunately, I didn't
Israel
see,
Esquire.
Darkest Hour.
Colin Farrell was
Get Out.
the better actor in that movie, and he didn't even get
Kush, I'll
nominated.
just say Daniel Day-Lewis is a safe pick. That is like saying that's the same as saying for right now the Patriots are going to meet the Eagles.
So
in
I
Super
think
Bowl.
I
It's like
called
saying,
Daniel
the
Day-Lewis, who we've
Patriots will
just
probably
been
win.
talking
That is the
shit
Daniel
about.
Day-Lewis pick.
Ironically,
Safe,
sorry,
traditional.
Kai
Who
was just
doesn't like
very
Daniel
spot on
Day-Lewis?
there. Let me just take it back like 30, where he was like commenting on your Daniel Day-Lewis pick to win Best Actor, which bless you.
Thank you.
So he was commenting on Daniel Day-Lewis winning the Best Actor, which
Mhm.
spoiler alert, he didn't.
I'm looking up who
the
did.
eccentric Roman J. Israel.
And then
Esquire,
Kai says,
yeah. Unfortunately, I
That
didn't
was
see
Gary Oldman,
Darkest Hour or Get Out.
I would see Darkest Hour. Gary
Kush, I'll
Oldman,
just say
fantastic
Daniel
performance.
Day-Lewis is a safe pick. That is like saying that's the same as saying for right now the Patriots are going to meet the Eagles in the Super Bowl. That's like saying the Patriots will probably win. That is the Daniel
I'd
Day-Lewis
say
pick.
so. He said he went with the Patriots winning the Super Bowl because that's the safe bet,
traditional,
like Gary
who doesn't like
Daniel
Daniel
Day-Lewis.
Day-Lewis?
Ironically,
All right, into the
neither
lead
Daniel Day-Lewis or
actress
the New England Patriots
category.
won
I think this
anything
is the
that year.
strongest
is quite
selection.
funny.
Did the Patriots go to the Super Bowl that year?
They did. They lost to
There-
the Eagles.
Yeah, there are some Vikings in here. Some strong. Sally Hawkins, right there, The Shape of Water.
So Sally Hawkins should have
Frances
won for The
McDormand,
Shape
Three
of Water.
Billboards, Margot Robbie, and I,
Frances
Tonya.
McDormand
I didn't
would
see I,
win.
Tonya. Did you?
I, Tanya's pretty fantastic.
And by the way,
Fantastic.
she would win
Yeah, I think
4
that
years
one's gonna
later
get the
for
best editing
Nomadland.
award because it's
Basically
it's
playing the
very
same fucking
fast-paced,
character, just
calling
living
it,
in a van.
The Goodfellas on Ice. It's
It's
really not a bad assessment.
That's a
Frances
good
McDormand is a
call-out
good
for,
actress,
for
but
best
wildly
editing. We'll
overrated.
give that
Sally
category,
Hawkins
but
literally
we'll
literally
allow for
performed
it.
this movie about
Trying to
fucking a
pepper this
fish
thing as much as I
with just
can.
hand
I
gestures
did.
and
so Margot
and
Robbie, I,
you know
Tonya,
facial ticks, dude. Like
Saoirse Ronan, Lady Bird, and then than Meryl Streep.
Well, you
And
do
of
have
course,
some
that is a
kind words
formidable
on this
field
podcast
right there, given-
about
I mean,
that young lady.
Margot Robbie's so popular. Frances McDormand killing it. Lady Bird, like on fire for folks, and Meryl Streep. And
Meryl
the
Streep gave a great
and the
performance
lady
in the
can't
Post
talk.
that year.
That's
Miss Ronan.
That was
and
about
Lady Bird,
the
was she
Washington
the
Post
supporting actress that
publishing
won at the
details
Golden
about
Globes?
Watergate.
Did they mix it up that way?
I think they may have.
Yeah,
Because Frances McDormand took the Golden Globes for Best Actress.
she did. She did.
Although they do a comedy drama thing.
Is this
Oh,
where
that's true. They do break it up.
you make
and musical-
comments of
musical comedy,
Frances
drama,
McDormand's
something.
vast
So,
array of roles?
My pick was Cerise Ronan for Lady Bird. I just
Frances McDormand is a great
You haven't
actress,
seen the
but
Lady
she's
Bird?
great at
I
only
have not
playing one
seen Lady
character.
Bird.
Okay.
I have not seen Lady Bird.
I've seen all of these but the Lady Birds. So Meryl Streep, when is she ever bad? I don't know. If she's in a bad movie, she's not the problem.
Mhm.
Margot Robbie was fantastic. I,
I, Tonya.
Like
That was a
you
great
feel for
fucking
her
movie.
character, like when she's not getting the shit kicked out of her by her mom,
Mhm.
she's being abandoned by her dad, when she's not being
So much
having the
domestic
shit kicked
abuse
out of her
porn in
by her
that movie.
husband,
Like
when she's
yeah.
not kicking the
Margot
shit out of
Robbie's
herself,
just getting the
practicing.
shit kicked out of her the
it's-
entire time.
it-
It's like,
Frances
Here's-
McDormand again. I feel like she's playing herself here. Like when she's not just being a C word, she's an angry C word, or she's a stern C word, or she's being a funny C word.
I mean,
I stand by that.
character type. I mean, she's delivering, right? If
Yeah.
If she ever heard you talk about her like that, she would
loud
probably
and clear.
she'd be
shit
pleased
out
that I only
Sally
said
Hawkins,
C word
this woman
because I
carries
call
the
someone a
movie.
cunt
Does
later in
not
the
say a
episode.
word, not even like
Yeah, I was gonna wait until it comes. It's
facial
quite funny that you
gestures
censored
and
yourself and then
body
later when you're like, screw it, I'm
you
just
know
gonna
what
say
she's going
cunt.
through the entire time.
Because I'm not trying to disrespect Frances
This is
McDormand.
your Wall-E.
I remember someone, I
feel
can't
it,
remember
man.
off the top of my head
if
his
she-
name.
Yeah, to me, if she won,
Someone
that's, like,
during the
fantastic.
was it the
That's,
Independent Spirit Awards or whatever they're called?
Feel-good
Those
double
the
down.
indie.
There's so many
I'm
award
gonna
shows, I
support
don't
an
know,
actor.
but
Yeah,
what happened?
but he was talking about Frances McDormand. She's like, a really fun way to
I
commit
think
suicide would be to
I've been
cut
Willem
in
Dafoe for the
line
project,
and turn around and say,
project.
"Hey,
It's
lady,
one of those,
relax."
this is his time ones.
Okay.
Yes, I think
I
it's
can-
time for him to get an Oscar like that.
All right. In addition to that, we
That
got
a
Woody
powerful
Harrelson
move.
in Three
That's a power move.
Billboards.
Mhm.
He's pretty great in this movie. I would.
So for those keeping
except for
score
the
at
fact-
home, for
can't even go into
actress,
spoilers.
Kush
It's
picked
fair that he's a supporting actor, but he could have been
Hawkins.
the lead actor of that.
Mhm.
movie.
Kaya picked Ronan,
You got Richard
and
Jenkins in
I don't
Shape
have the
of
winner in front of me, but I know
Water.
you were both wrong.
His character's very
It's
nice.
Frances
very
McDormand
sweet.
that
You
year.
feel his presence.
Ah, it
You
was
feel
fancy
his
C
agony.
word.
He's
Fancy
not
C
taking
word.
this thing home.
Hmm.
Out of left field, the wild card
Oh, this-
is Christopher.
this got
Plummer's
me. Ready?
All the
Listen
Money
to
in the
this.
World, and I feel like this is just a spite nomination. We'll
It
get
is.
into that in a second here. Rounding out the top.
Because you was like
five
talking
here,
yourself
Sam
into the voting for
Rockwell
Plummer.
Three Billboards. He's
Yeah.
just a
And then right at the last
fantastic
second, you
actor in
went-
this. I don't know why.
No, wait, no, you wasn't going.
C
You, who was it?
words
You
and assholes are gonna fucking take this. The
I
Who
think
ended
I
up winning
called it
this score
Christopher
next?
Plummer.
but,
Sam Rockwell would
I
win.
feel like Sam Rockwell
And he was great.
should take it. I think Christopher Plummer is going to take it.
Oh, here we go. Yeah,
Just so Hollywood can make a statement. I will be surprised if it
Yeah.
goes any other way.
So,
So, like, I think
Christopher Plummer was in this movie called All the Money in the World. However,
But,
3 weeks before it was released,
Christopher Plummer
that
is
movie was
the
starring Kevin
supporting
Spacey.
actress.
And
What do you
then
think
he
about
got
that?
canceled,
What are we looking at?
and they
Solid-
digitally
solid,
removed
solid
him.
offerings here.
They
Mary
shot
J.
all of his
Blige
scenes
and
with
Leadbound,
Christopher
Allison
Plummer,
Janney,
and then
Tonya,
he got nominated. and I
Leslie
was just like,
Manville, the Phantom
yeah, you guys are
Thread,
just trying to send a
Laurie
message that
Metcalf,
everybody's
Lady Bird,
expendable.
and
And
Octavia Spencer, The Shape of Water. How
But no,
was,
I remember you said-
Octavia
in like-
The Shape of Water?
Well,
Sam Rockwell's probably going to win. He should win.
She was supporting.
should win.
And I was
He
like,
did.
oh my god, here he goes, here he goes. And then he goes, but I'm going to say Plummer.
Deserves to
Gosh.
be in this specific
Of
category.
I mean,
course.
this is like a UFC contest, man. Like, I want Israel Adesanya to win, but that's the other guy. He has all the skills to do
There
it.
you
You
go.
know,
Of
being
these,
realistic. You know, you want to go with your heart. You
You
want to go with what you know. Your opinion's right, but you also know how everyone else is too. So yeah.
The stronger the performance. It's very
Solid.
strange.
She does deliver on that.
I think
she
now we're
can
on
deliver
supporting
that aspect.
actress.
Very, very strong. You feel it.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I feel like I'm just gonna say Mary
Oh,
J.
God.
Blige. They want to give her a supporting actress.
Mary J. Blige
Mary
was
J.
never going to win an
Blige is the
Oscar.
only nominee ever to have an actress and a performance song at the same time nomination.
I think they're gonna give her the actress.
Was
but
this
not the
this was
song.
before
We'll talk
she
about that
started
in a
going
second.
nuts on stage, right?
Best
Mary
original
J.
screenplay.
Blige.
So,
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that.
Screenplay, I don't
Oh,
even know how.
do a search on
Not
YouTube when you get some
having
spare
seen
time.
Too many screenplays in my life. I don't know. How
She
this
goes
is
like
judged.
not
So I'm
nuts
just
as
gonna take a
in
big stab
crazy,
at it.
but
However, our nominee
she has some interesting dance
Emily
moves
Gordon and
in
comedian
later
Johnny
years.
with a big
Let's just
set.
say that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Jordan Peele for Get Out.
For some reason, when you say that, I
Greta
feel like she's
Gerwig
starting to
has
do
Lady
the Nazi
Bird,
salute. But
Guillermo
okay,
del Toro
we'll
and
Google
Vanessa
it.
Taylor for The Shape of
Yeah,
Water,
no, I don't think she
and
went that
Martin
far.
McDonagh for
So I
Three
want to
Billboards.
say I picked Allison
Wow.
Janney for best supporting
So as
actress
much as I love
because
The Shape
that
of
You
bitch is
did.
Water, I
badass.
think-
Okay, great.
I
Then
know,
good for
I'm
me
just
because she
gonna
won.
Say the
Now we're
big
getting into like
just
original
'cause of-
screenplays and
I
shit.
think
And I don't know.
that's a
Again,
smart
I don't know
pick,
why he
too.
went from best
Touching
to
story.
least. If we were
Can't
going to
definitely
talk about
involved,
the best
and it's
screenplay,
a part
we should
or
have
taken
started
from,
with
from
that.
their real life thing.
Yeah,
And it
then
was
after this
also,
is adapted screenplay, and it's like,
a
ooh.
hit.
And it's just
a-
like,
it,
yeah,
it did
I
pretty
don't
well.
know. Avengers
It was
Avengers
critically
wins.
acclaimed, it did very well at the
Whatever.
box
Avengers
office.
obviously
Because this is where it gets
nominated.
weird on the Oscars because
and
it's,
also I think
there's
they're just
original
gonna get a
screenplay and then
lot of
adapted
people going,
screenplay.
Oh,
So
you guys
original
met the
screenplay
actor
is
about-
a story that was written
Yeah.
to be a
Our first
movie.
date, they won
Adapted
the
And then-
screenplay is this
I
was a
think
book,
that's-
this
I
was a
think they wanna
comic
roll
book,
with
this
that
was a
story.
remake
That
of
would
a
be
movie,
fitting.
etc., etc., etc.
Get Out has been waiting in the wings, and it came out earlier than a lot of these offerings and things, so it kind of fell out of the
That was a March release.
and it fell out of the
If Guy's
fell out of
predicting
the
Get Out
cycle,
here,
I
he'd be
think.
correct. That one's
But
original
it was,
screenplay.
in
Jordan
Did
Peele
pick Get
spring
Out.
of
and
Key and Peele
early summer. It was
immediately
like
just
it was making headlines.
elevated
It was,
him like
it had all the attention.
higher than
It
he
was in
probably
that
ever
kind
thought
of
he would
dead
be
zone.
right now.
Get Out and Logan, both March
Yeah, it's very
releases.
bizarre when you see his
Titles
career
that I've heard
trajectory.
consistently throughout
Yeah.
2017.
where he started and he's like all of a sudden he's like one of the
It
most
should win this, it should win that. Everyone just
seriously
keeps going,
taken
"This is a great
directors and
movie, this is a great movie
in
this is a
Hollywood."
great movie. Why have you not seen
But
this
good for him.
movie? You
Like
either love
projects
this movie
literally
or
get
you have not
started
seen
because
this
he's
movie.
attached to it.
Right.
The new Twilight Zone
So,
came out because it
I
was
totally
him.
see where you're coming
Like,
from with Get Out, and I would not be.
by the way, the new
surprised if
Twilight
he-
Zone is not better
Jordan
than the new
Peele walked
Twilight
out
Zone.
with
Is
at
not
least
better
one
than the new
trophy
Twilight
that
Zone.
night.
Is
I
not better
think
than the
that's what
original
it is, I
Twilight
think.
Zone. It's
there was a big response, especially for a smaller.
Here's where I get
movie like
confused
that,
though with the
breaking what was it, the
Oscars.
100
So
150
best
million
screenplay
domestic box
Yes, sir.
office?
is-
That was crazy.
Yeah.
So
And you know
something
Blumhouse
written
is doing,
Pause,
backwards
pause.
right
with
now
the
in
idea of
office.
it being a movie.
Yeah, I mean that was just
Yes.
Right.
I think they want to
Yes.
reward
So, like,
him in
we
in
just
that way.
reviewed
And he
Plane
was,
on the
he-
Waffle Box.
That thing was
The guy
was
who wrote that
doing
actually has a
big
whole
business, and it had
has a
Be
whole
proud. Yeah,
catalog
we wanna reward
of
Jordan Peele, I
of
think.
books
I think
he's
that's
written.
that.
However, this movie
to
Plane,
the adapted
he
screenplay
only wrote that to be a
category,
movie.
another fun one here.
So Plane would be an original
We
screenplay as opposed
have-
to like
Not
any one of other Charles Cummings's stories.
come on.
But what I'm saying is, so if best screenplay
Sorry,
is
that's
something that's
okay.
written
Best
with
adapted
intention of
screenplay,
being a
you got
movie, and you
James
win
Ivory with Call Me
best
by Your Name.
screenplay,
Yes,
but
Aaron
then
Sorkin
you
with Molly's
don't
Game.
win the best
You got
picture.
Scott
Is that not
Nestor
technically the
and
Oscars
Michael
saying,
Weber for
the idea was
Disaster
good,
Artist,
but
Right.
Scott Frank and
the movie
James
wasn't as good.
Mangold with Michael
No,
Green on
it was just the
Logan,
better story.
and then
Like,
Dee Reeves.
I don't know,
Again,
it's
but
kind
they're
of
also like
slight to me.
There you go.
So
What do you-
I've
now.
seen 3 out of
Also,
5
this is where we
releases.
again like I've
I'm
never seen a
gonna-
screenplay. I've
Molly's
never
Game
looked
is
at a script,
fantastic. Like,
so
Aaron
I don't know
Sorkin
what they're judging that
brings
on.
the
So if they are
drama.
just judging on
Uh,
best story, Get Out was
I'd
not the
love
best
to hear
story.
his
It was
director's
maybe
commentary
one of
once
the more
movie's
original
released
stories,
on
but
VOD or
again, Shape of
whatever.
Water, which would win
Disaster
Best
Artist, again, a
Picture,
lot of fun.
is also
I've not
nominated
seen
for
the other
Best
two,
Original
but I'm gonna
Screenplay.
just going to be a
Screenplay.
fanboy, and I'm going to say Logan's
But
going to walk out with Best Adapted.
It didn't
Screenplay.
win.
That would be
Who knows how
really
these things work?
fun.
3 Billboards,
I feel like that would be a
Lady Bird, also Best Original
that'd be
Screenplay that year.
Great pull for a Marvel. I'm probably ready to pull that down. That'd be fantastic. I think
So we're now on
They're gonna
adapted
go-
screenplay.
young, hot, and gay. It's going to be Call Me by Your Name.
You
That
voted
is
for
correct.
Logan.
Yeah,
I went for because I didn't know what to do
that
here.
one's getting its own buzz with the
I went with my
the right
heart.
kind of crowds, like the right.
To
kind
be
of
honest,
crowds else. I feel.
So I don't know if they
And
have
if
ever.
not for
I'm assuming
Timothy,
not.
What's his name? Chalamet.
But at some
in
point,
the
a Marvel
actor category,
movie
if he were not up
definitely
against
deserves to win
Gary
Best
Oldman,
Adapted
Daniel Day-Lewis,
Screenplay.
Denzel Washington, David Coulier.
I
How
mean, I would
successful
have.
they've been.
I think
And
maybe
popular.
I would have
maybe
said
that would've come
maybe
through. So I
Infinity
feel like the
War,
voters, they're
but
gonna
even
make up
then,
for
like,
it. by handing over the.
There was definitely better stuff out there.
the adapted to that.
So,
property.
Call Me by Your Name, which is what Kai's prediction here is, does win.
I'm going Logan.
And that was based on a novel. But then we have The Disaster Artist,
Sorry, buddy.
which was a fun
we got,
movie, but now
animated
no one's
movies
talking
here,
about
which-
it. Logan,
I
okay,
think we
cool.
both are just
Molly's
going
Game,
Disney Pixar.
that was great.
2017,
I did not see
but I'll just
Mudbound.
read
That
down
was the
the
only
list
movie I
anyways.
did not see
Yeah,
on
we've
that
got
list.
The Boss Baby.
You say okay at Logan.
Breadwinner.
I
I've never
cried
heard
at the end of
Breadwinner.
Logan.
I don't even
Did
know
you?
what
I
that
laughed
is.
my
Oh.
ass
What the
off.
hell is that?
Oh,
I
when-
tried to Google that earlier.
when they have the
There was
crucifix
nothing. I
on his
the names of
grave
people,
and the
Sure,
kid
sure,
turns
sure.
it over to the X. Ah, that got me.
So I
I was
didn't
in
laugh at
feels.
that.
Right.
But when
Coco
X-23
was Ferdinand
shoots Logan 2 in the skull, the adamantium bullet,
that-
and
Did you
there's
see
just
Ferdinand?
brain
I haven't
fragments
seen any of these.
spraying all over the
subjected
place
my
in
wife
slow
to
motion. I was
Ferdinand.
like,
She did.
this is the most
She did that
raunchiest,
one.
What'd she think of that?
goriest
She was
R-rated
like,
thing I've
"Yeah,
ever
there's
seen.
Ferdinand."
Ha, ha.
Okay.
It's supposed to
What
be
did little Kai think?
powerful and moving, and
Yeah,
I
the kid
cackled like a
thought
bastard.
It was fun.
was the only one laughing in the
Things that,
theater.
could retell the story.
I'm proud
has
of
not talked
that.
about it since.
Well, we're talking about animated
what's the last
features.
one?
I still haven't seen any of these. Still haven't seen Coco,
Loving
Boss Baby.
Vincent, which
or whatever.
is about the
I saw
original
Coco.
Coco, and it's semi-stylized.
I understand if you
It's
see
like
it, you love it.
art
It's good.
style, and it looks
Cool.
really cool. Actually,
It won.
I saw a trailer for
Yeah,
that. It looked
go-
it
go
looked very
my
cool.
opinion.
I don't know when it
Mhm.
was released or where I would find it, but yeah, I would like to see that in the theater. I think it would be really neat if Ferdinand walked out and just
Never saw
John Cena could
Ferdinand.
shove that in The Rock's face.
that would be
Uh,
fantastic.
I don't know,
Actually,
anything-
I thought you would have seen
I
that.
want
That was the John
Ferdinand
Cena. I'm a bull movie.
yeah.
But, like, I
But
think
his
as a
obviously
Coco
me
walk-
being a
I
huge
think at
wrestling
I
fan.
think at a WrestleMania,
You know, I've literally watched
where The Rock
him
is there talking about his
from
new
his
movie, then John Cena comes
very
up,
earliest days all the way up to where he is now.
That'd be great.
His voice is just so iconic in my
I don't
head
know how the
that I think if I
body,
saw
man.
him voicing an anime,
We
it would
really
be
don't
weird.
Like Lego movies,
Okay.
do they?
No, I get
think
it.
Lego Batman.
It's-
I
yeah,
would've-
It's taken me
I
a
kinda
minute to
would've
like
leaned
get used to
Lego
John
Batman.
Cena as an actor. Like he
Just
tried
leave
it 10 years ago, and
Okay.
he was like, "I
So
hate this."
moving
And
on.
I was like,
We're
"Yeah,
both
I hate it
confused on
too.
Boss
Stop
Baby.
doing that."
That emoji movie.
But then, like,
on here just
He did
Might as well have done
blockers,
the emoji
and you know,
It really could have because they have such a.
I have a hard time believing he's a
What's the
middle-aged
exercise
dad
to say,
trying to
what's the
protect his
most-
teenage daughter's
Can we make
virginity.
all the picks just
But,
the most
you know,
different?
now he's doing
kinds
other
of
stuff, and I'm
movies?
like, yeah, all right.
Like Boss Baby made a lot of.
I think
money,
generally he's
so
playing the
that's
right
what we're
roles now.
rewarding it with.
I think when they
More
tried to go the
power to
obvious
you.
route
Loving
and
Vincent,
make him
very
like an action
specific
star,
art
and it's like,
style. Okay.
I can see why they did
All
that,
right.
but
Well, Coco, we think
John Cena's
we both
not-
think was just gonna walk.
obviously he had
away.
his serious moments in wrestling. But he's the
Coco for days.
cheeky,
Coco for
funny
days.
babyface guy.
All right, and
Make
then
him
on to
fun.
Another,
he's definitely a lot
another
I couldn't take him
funnier
seriously.
story of ours.
Then he is a better
Best original
action
song.
star, and I don't know if that's just because of all the muscles. Like,
so
you know,
majority of
I know.
these I had not even heard.
Oh, we're on to original
only
song.
one
This is, I remember
have
just you saying this is the
was,
bit where you did the
Mary
most
Shelley.
research. You create
It's
playlists
a
and
fun
everything.
song. It's going to be a very fun
Yeah.
performance.
So you get to
Yeah,
listen to them.
This is me. Yep.
you still picked the wrong one.
Is
I still
picked
the wrong one.
something from Marshall.
Although to be, I backed you
Diane
up on
Warren
it.
and
This out of
Colin.
these,
Yeah,
this
that
is
was
me.
good.
It was a
You got,
banger of a
Remember
song.
Me from
it was a
The
great
movie was
performance
okay.
too that night, dude. I
Chris
literally
Great
watched
Christian
it just before this
Lopez and
recording. It
Robert
was like,
Lopez.
yeah, it's disappointing
Mystery
that
of
didn't win.
Love from Call Me
No,
by
but
Your
folks
Name, Suf John
Liked the
Stevens.
song from
Yeah,
Coco,
right.
and I was just like,
Coming to
this
another
song?
Wes Anderson movie.
all right,
And
whatever.
then, Mighty River from Mudbound with Mary J. Blige.
That was cool. You sent me the link to that. That was another. That was
I
a
still
cool
stand
song.
by the fact
Yeah,
The
I
Shape
put
of Water
together a
is the
little
best
playlist
movie
so
of
I could see which ones I
2017,
would actually have
but
an opinion
The
on,
Greatest
you know,
Showman was
we're
my
gonna
favorite
post that on the
movie of
website as well
2017.
Kush
And I
Kai
can't
Microdose.
tell you,
Kush And Kai
I've seen it
Microdose.
5 times in
I'm
theaters,
just
and I
gonna
can't
say
tell you
this
how
is
many
me.
times I've
It's a
seen
very
it
fun
just
song.
here at home. Like, yeah, that
That's about all I
that
got.
movie gets a lot of
Mighty
play.
River- when is Mary J. Blige ever bad?
Similar
Never.
to John Cena
It's
doing
always
animated
good.
voiceovers.
The
It
mystery
took me
of
a
love
while
is
to
just
take,
whispering the
like,
entire time with no tone.
Yeah.
You don't really
Wolverine
like the
seriously as
lyrics and-
singing, you know,
I can't.
singing
I
show
can't hear what he's
tunes.
saying. I had to look up the lyrics. Lyrics were cool, but I had to look them up.
But he's
I,
got a great voice.
Remember Me
I went to
from
the Hugh
Coco,
Jackman
that-
concert
You
in
could make an argument that
2019,
that could
and
win.
dude, that
Wow.
dude is the greatest
Oh,
showman. Like,
I mean, I
again,
wasn't
it's all
surprised.
show
They didn't
tunes.
stand
I
up for
I
some-
can't
that
relate, but
was
like
the weakest
he
song
fucking
on the,
sang
on
and
Spotify.
danced his heart
Yeah.
out, man. man. Like I was just like,
Yeah.
yeah, this guy's
Well,
putting it all out
for
there, and
This
I'm
Is
glad I took my
Me,
mom
The
to
Greatest
this.
Showman, that song
Greatest Showman.
encapsulates a cool feeling about sort of outsidership and people coming together and being like, let your freak flag fly, and we're here and deal with this. And that was neat and everything, but to the to the tone of the time and era and how those folks were dealt with, it's like, that's not exactly what was going on, but I really dig the artistic
I get his
take
point, but
to sort of like take
a
it
movie.
there and kind
Come
of
on,
claim
Kai.
Yeah,
that,
not a
you know what I
documentary.
mean, that it
Kai
filled
was
that
weird
space.
like
So
that.
in that way, it's kind of
I told him how much I
transformative,
enjoyed The Greatest
and
Showman
it's
after
also
I got
fun.
out.
It's
And he was
the
like,
most fun. You
the
know,
movie about
it's
P.T.
uplifting.
Barnum
It's a
was like,
good,
yeah.
you know,
And he's like,
showstopper.
that guy's a notorious
Good
swindler.
stick
And I was like,
chest out song.
yeah.
Exactly.
He's a
So I
con
really
artist
agree
and a
with that.
carny. And I was like, yeah.
All right, everybody.
So, any just
I
quick
just see him like,
stats
hey,
I
did you
got
watch
here? So 17
Garfield?
movies,
Yeah,
2 or
but
more
you know, it's
nominations.
just not really.
Wow.
Cats
Shape of
can't,
Water is
can't
walking
talk.
away with
It's I
13
don't
of
like. I couldn't
those.
take it
Boy.
seriously.
The next one is Dunkirk with 8. And then
Dunkirk was
the
very
others
good.
Don't matter. Star Wars has 4. Get Out. Jordan Peele is
Dunkirk
the
was
first
very good.
director to get 4 nominations.
Wow.
He's the 5th black director ever.
Oh.
And anything else here?
I'm assuming you mean 4th black director to be nominated.
I think that's enough.
Yes.
I
Solid.
was gonna say. I'm pretty sure there's been
Yeah.
more than 4 in
It's
general.
gonna be fun. We reserve the right to change our opinions as we go.
Ooh.
But
Now the booze I've
these
been
are our
drinking
picks,
for the last half
knee-jerk
hour is
reaction.
catching up with me.
We will
We
lock them
reserve
in
to-
no less than 30 seconds after they're announced.
Good times.
Everybody. All right. Well, yeah, visit us on the web, KushandKai.com. Get your tweets on, get your likes on. Follow us,
Yeah.
hear us, receive
We were trying to do all the
We wanna
normal
hear
stuff,
from you.
like like and subscribe
info
and
at
smash that
KushandKai.com
like
if you have any
button, and
questions.
just nothing ever happened.
Any other business to take care of?
Yeah, you can definitely tell at
We
this
got
point it's a
another
very
one
early
coming out
episode
Saturday, and we're going to talk about
because
some
I'm
Netflix releases.
pretty sure if we go back to old Waffle
Fantastic.
Boxes,
All right.
it's
Well,
exactly the
that's
same.
it
Where you
for
just
us.
kind of
Rock on,
awkwardly.
Kush.
Rock on, Kyle.
What do we?
Jive
Hey,
stride.
what? So anyway,
Awesome.
yeah. Bye.
So that was Microdose, Kush and Kai Microdose number 11. Yeah, man, it was a good time. Again, I don't know why we went from top to bottom when we should have gone from bottom to top, but that's Kai was running the show then, and I just
Maybe
followed
he was-
along and did the best I could.
Maybe he was treating the awards like you would treat a good lady. Start from the top and work your way down.
Smooth.
Although in that example, you would kind of just stop halfway through, unless you're a feet guy. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah,
judging.
no. Everyone gets the analogy. No one's going past the inner thighs on this one, dude. Yeah, don't worry. But yeah, just Lady Oscar's thighs around my head. Yeah, doing those Oscar predictions. I love it. Thankfully, this is not a visual podcast.
Yeah, thank God. I look like a mess right now.
Same.
Ah.
So, dude, overall, got any critiques over the episode at all?
Other than the early bits where I was just, what was it? What's it? Fake it until you make it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't. If you're gonna say we're reviewing or we're predicting the Oscars, but we've only seen 30% of the movies, so here's our picks. That just fake it. Just be like, yeah, so we have taken a deep dive into Hollywood this year. We have watched every single movie on this list, so you better take us seriously, listeners.
I don't think we were asking anyone to take us seriously. However, Kai, who saw almost none of those movies, actually had a stronger ratio than I did, who saw most of those movies. Like,
well, yeah, out of 10 categories you spoke about, you got 4 correct, and he got 5.
Yeah, like Kai knows the game, dude. He's not stupid. He just doesn't understand formatting. What are you gonna do?
And he could have used a stronger exit, but there you go.
Yeah. Well, we were still new. Again, we were very brand new. I think we were advertising like, check out Kush and Kai number 8. Yeah. I know we announced it, but I want to say it was like I Come in Peace was the movie we announced we were going to do next.
I like that you haven't kept this. Where is it? Let me see if I can pull it back up again.
Pull it up again.
I'll start. Your little exit, really.
All right. Well, yeah, visit us on the web, kushkai.com. Get your tweets on, get your likes on.
Get your likes on.
Follow us, hear us, receive a pigeon. We want to hear from you. Info@kushandkai.com if you have any questions. Yeah. Any other business to take care of?
No, well, we got another one coming out Saturday, and we're going to talk about some Netflix releases.
Fantastic. All right. Well, that's it for us. Rock on, Kush.
Okay, so I promoted another microdose. That's exciting.
Well, you spoke over yourself. Yeah, drive and strive. You should keep that going.
So that's the thing I created in high school. I even created a mixtape out of that phrase, jiving and striving. And yeah, I was literally just trying to like grasp at straws, like go find anything to end this episode. Like I could have been like, go with Jesus or hug your mama, but I went jive and strive. And yeah, jive and strive is good. I'm glad you like that. I should tattoo that on my bicep.
Did you? In later episodes, did you do it with the rock on Kush, rock on Kai?
Yeah, that was always Kai's closer. Rock on Kush, rock on Kai. And then sometimes he would get it backwards. And sometimes he went like, rock on Kai. And I went, rock on Kush?
That could have been a great t-shirt.
It was fun. It was fun. I sincerely miss the Kush and Kai days. And, life gets in the way. But 60 fantastic episodes plus 100 Kush and Kai microdoses. So, yeah, man, we did our thing, dude. And we had a great time. And, yeah, man, I hope he's doing well.
Well, do you not speak to him anymore?
No, we're not really on talking terms these days. It's kind of sad.
Ooh.
Nothing serious, but I'm also not. I have to. It's a long story, but I wish him nothing but the best.
Legal teams have requested we leave it there.
No, nothing legal. I just don't want to insult my friend. That's all.
Fair enough. But yeah, see, we got this.
Yeah, man.
Striving.
So we got a great thing going. Striving and jiving.
Waffle Box just released episode 81. Check that out at enjoywafflebox.com.
Waffle boxes, dude. We're literally on like.
It doesn't seem like yesterday where I was like, "Hey, do you want to try recording a pilot?"
And to be fair, dude, I honestly thought like, yeah, all right, we'll do this for a couple of weeks and then he'll get tired of it and we'll move on. But I'll get those extra repetitions in, so why wouldn't we do this? And dude, to your credit, you stuck through it. A lot of people give up on this shit super quickly. And you have not. You're ride or die. And I'm gonna ride or die with you, Mike Fish. Like, I love what we got going on with the Waffle Box. I love that even though we're on regular microdose volume 2 number 149, like that we've done 81 episodes of Waffle Box, that there's 81 hours out there of our content, man. And dude, I look forward to doing so much more with you. Not just another 81 hours, but so much more.
Indeed. It's crazy like how people give up very quickly, I guess, when they release 1 or 2 episodes and they're not the biggest thing, they're not trending or anything like that. Because I remember when Spotify did their Wrapped for podcasters, I was shocked because obviously just due to scheduling and me getting COVID and being stuck in England, we missed a couple of episodes last in 2022. But it was like the amount of hours that we produced was, I think it said like more than 95% of other podcasters in our category. And I was like, damn.
Shit. I didn't get that detail, but sexy.
Yeah. So, if you're going to do a podcast, don't give up on your dreams or just in general, not even just podcasting. Just don't give up on your dreams, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, this thing ain't easy, but if it was easy, everyone would do it. And unfortunately, everyone thinks it's easy. So everyone has tried it. But then they're like, I got to edit this? Oh, you mean RSS feeds aren't free? Oh my God. What do we? Oh no. Like, you mean I got to do a consistent thing? Like, and by the way, there are YouTube channels out there that are like, we're only going to focus on this one subject. We're not going to be able to do daily. We're not going to be able to do weekly. We're not even going to be able to do monthly. But once this subject is perfect, then we will release it. And maybe it's 4 months in between projects or whatever. Like, there are those channels, and they do fantastic work. And then there are other folks that do it weekly, and man, we're just learning as we go along. And I like to think the Waffle Box gets better with each episode. So I'm privileged to be a part of it. I thank you for letting me be a part of it. And yeah, dog, that's what's up. It's the best part of Wednesdays. It's the original Waffle Box, and you accept no substitutes.
Absolutely not.
All right. Well, Mike Fish, I think this is a good place to leave it. We're going to have you back on for the big game episode in a few weeks. Hopefully, your New York Giants or my San Francisco 49ers, hopefully 49ers, will be in the big game, but we will get there sooner than later.
Absolutely. Go Big Blue. Go Big Blue! Rock on, Kush.
Rock on, Mike.
Microdose, 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 yeah, microdose.
From the Bosnet family.
So much
Having
domestic
to
abuse
cover
porn in
my
that movie.
husband.